try to get these controls set up, shall we? So, I do believe, hey Bazza, I'm going to be playing with my stick, but I'm trying to get, I've got an Xbox controller as well, so, because there's a lot of different things you need in this game, so I'm trying to do a combo of both of them, so it's a bit tricky. Oh, I don't even see Xbox controller on that one. But I'm just trying to get to grips with this game. It's got so many weird fiddly things. Um, it's like I'm trying to remember, how do you even get to like space stations and stuff? How do you bring up the radar? How do you do anything? It's crazy. Let me just see something real quick. Yeah. I don't know if there's any like tutorials. Ah, maybe there's a tutorial in the game. That's a good idea. Setting up shaders. We don't want setting up shaders. That's the killer in this. That takes ages. So clearly that was the last ship that I ended up making. Commander Bacchus Officer. I've got some credits and everything. It's been so long though. Honestly. Yeah, but you'll see when I get into the game, it does look pretty awesome. Let's go back to the main menu. If I click exit, does it exit the game? Please don't exit the game. 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 Please don't exit. You bloody whore. Right. So anyway, you can see I finally actually sorted out making a stick, and I did it in a couple hours tonight. Because some parts came. This amazing joystick, and I'm going to show you more about that. But I've just sort of made a video on it. And hello, Spectrum haters. Rob, how you doing? Are you still drunk? Rob, look at my lovely stick. Isn't it amazing? It's got all the beans. I could probably zoom in while we're waiting for this to load because it does take forever. But have a look. Oh yeah, all the knobs. That's off a radio controlled aeroplane thing. This is something I ordered, which I think is like a industrial professional knob because it's got yaw and it's got a button on top. And this feels amazing, by the way. This is absolutely amazing. Some knobs I pulled off something, and then like a momentary like switch without a latch. So Bazza, what way should the stick be? I don't know. I just assumed it would have to be on the right. Otherwise, I don't know. It would seem unplayable, unusable. But this isn't like Elite that you had when you were a kid, where you just play it and start shooting. This is like really complicated. And not only that, I remember buying this additional Horizons pack later. So it's like I wasn't really playing it that much to start with, and then I thought I'm going to buy the add-on pack, which I did. Oh, I forgot about this. There's this bit here which is just murder on this game where you've got to wait for it to finish. It says preparing shaders, but I think this basically means loading data. Most are on the left. That's an odd place to have it. No, I don't know. I remember like if I had a flight simulator, I think I always had the main control thing on the right, and then I'd have the throttle on the left. So that's what I've done here, by the way. So this throttle, you can see it doesn't snap back. It stays where it's put. It only snaps in that direction. So I'm not quite sure. I don't think this is quite good for this game. I wish I might just swap this out for one that does spring, because I've assigned a throttle to this pot here. But we'll see, we'll see how we go. Right, so I guess I click continue. Okay, so does anybody actually play does anyone play this? Because I could probably Set up a thing. Maybe training, guys. Might be a bit boring, sorry, but I think I should just start. Because it's been so long since I've sort of played it, I just can't remember how to do anything on the bloody game. Yeah, Bazza, that is amazing. I should show it to you in my. You can see how it does a little wobble as well. But what's really cool about this, if you see the raw data coming from my module, it snaps back exactly the same every time, and that's a 10-bit, a value between 0 and 165 to whatever, 16,000. And when you do that, it snaps back at the same exact value every time. That's how nice that is. Mm.
Anybody in there? Hey, pilot, do you read me?
Okay.
You look like you got yourself in a fix. Your ship's so dead in the water, I almost mistook it for one of these asteroids. Let me launch a repair drone, see if I can't get that crate back online.
Hopefully you can hear the sound at home. I can put it up if you can't.
You wouldn't last long out here in your current predicament.
Just waiting to be repaired.
Okay, your power's back up and running. Some control systems are still offline, but you should have basic drive functionality now. You might want to check that your throttle's still working. Go ahead and set your throttle, Commander.
So I got me knob here. So it says use W and S, but I've got it here.
Well, that's a result. We might just get this rust bucket space
Ooh,
worthy.
sensitive.
Drone repair sequence is still running.
Oh, so it's using WASD, is it?
They're not what you'd class as standard equipment. Your attitude control should now be active. See if you can pitch your ship up and down. Give it a go. That looks to be in working order. Let's see if we can get you rolling again. Okay, you should be able to give it a try now. Spin your ship on its central axis using your roll controls.
Watch this, guys.
Good job, Commander. One final axis.
I'll show you that way so you can see my fingers.
Yaw is back online now. Why don't you try pivoting your ship from side to side?
Hey, ZX Renew, how's it going, mate? So we're going to do X-axis. Watch here.
That's it, Commander. It would appear you have a semi-operational sidewinder on your hands. I wouldn't take any chances, though, so you best get that ship into dock for repairs. There's an outpost nearby. See if
Yes.
you can make it there.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. Why am I so happy? Because I'm playing a game with everything I made,
My name's Blaine.
including electronics.
You know, this could be a lucky break for both of us. I've been looking for a business partner, someone to help me with potentially lucrative ventures. And you need someone to take you under their wing, show you the ropes, so to speak. I have to say, it's not often I help out strangers like this, so I think you owe me one. The least you can do is buy me a Levy and brandy. I'll see you at the outpost, Commander.
Okay, stop talking. I want to do something. Right, so I'm pushing T on the keyboard, but it's not navigating, so I think I might have disabled that accidentally. So let's go into the options and check the targeting computers. I do have an Xbox 360 controller, so I could assign some controls to that. Here, targeting. It does say T on the keyboard, but why isn't it picking it up? Try again. So next target is G, and highest threat is H. Okay, we'll try that then. Let's go back. T. Ah. So that's what we want. So I'm going to go towards there, the Drake vision. This is so good. Before I used to play it on one of those big ass joysticks, but you didn't have much control, but this is like fingertip precision now. There we go. Got it. Bazza, you do it. This is awesome, but this is where I want to show you the other controls now. Once we get into a space station area, you'll see the beauty of the things I've added. And I've got way more to add. Here we go. I'm going to fly up it like I'm an aeroplane, but you don't need to. good. It's a shame we didn't get to show the next stage. Do you need a board, a Spectrum board then, Robert? What's it going to have in it then? Is it just going to be a regular Spectrum or something else? By the way, let me know if your stream is being received smoothly, because YouTube's interface is telling me it's not getting a stream. But the fact that you're talking and stuff on it, I'm pretty sure you must be.
Hey, Commander. Now it's time for you to help me out. I need you to do a cargo run for me.
Okay.
Ordinarily, I'd take care of this myself, but I'm not on the best of terms with the security forces over in Azeban City, so you're gonna have to take my place. When you're ready, return to the surface to take your ship out of the hangar. I'll keep in contact with you as you make your way there.
Okay. Use S or Joy. Use S or Joy. So I don't have a point of view hat on this thing, so I'm going to use S. Joy 1, which is configured to this toggle here on the outside. No? Am I losing my mind? Use S or Joy 1 POV down and space. Or, okay, we'll just use S and space. Oh, there's nothing to select. That's what it is. So it's either return to surface or launch. So I don't know. Let's try return to surface. What does that do? Oh, okay. Alright then, Robert, no worries. I'm going to be there. I can see my audio codec, my video codec's making the whole game a bit jerky, but that's fine. So we're going to do S, hit launch.
Ship is released. You can use your vertical thrusters to clear the landing pad. By the way, try not to end up as wall decoration on
So
your
you
way
can
out.
see my left-hand stick now. I've actually made vertical thrusters. And then, if I actually use the stick left and right, I've actually got horizontal thrusters too. It's kind of sweet. So I'm going to do a roll. Look at that, it's just perfect. I love this thing. This is insane. We're just going to go balls to the wall. Look, full thrust. The police will be after us. The Rozzers are coming. Oh, it's so jerky though. Need more beef. Turn down some graphic settings.
Okay, you're clear of the access corridor. Your ship's still mass locked by the station. Once you get beyond 5 kilometers, you'll be able to make the jump to Supercruise.
Okay. How do we retract the landing gear? How do we retract the landing gear? Use insert.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh.
Clear of mass lock, Commander. You're good to charge up your frameshift drive now. Just hold on tight.
Frameshift drive
Now,
charging.
you can see I've actually got a knob here that does that. It's an analog chart thing on a knob, but that works too.
1. Engage.
Great. Your ship is in Supercruise. This is the best way to hop around a system, but you need to go a little bit further afield. Start by plotting a route for Iranen on your left-hand nav panel.
Iranen. How do I move through the controls? Oh, so that's WASD, I think. Yeah, look.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right. Now that your target is locked in, you're clear to make the jump to hyperspace. Point your ship at the target and charge up your FSD.
Where is it?
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
could be getting addicted to this again already. Oh my god, the amount of hours. We're not even into combat yet. I'm gonna build myself a whole panel. I can feel it. I can feel like a whole setup now is gonna happen here. Oh, we're gonna get hot.
Welcome to Ironic, Commander. Just don't show any support for the Federation, and you should get on fine with the locals. My contact is over at Asvan City. Try not to keep him waiting too long. This guy gets a little twitchy if things don't run like clockwork. Go ahead and select the station on your nav panel, then use your compass, there on the left of your radar, to orient the ship towards the destination. And just so you know, the compass indicator will show up as a solid dot when you're pointing towards your target.
Hey Craig, how's it
hollow when you're
going?
facing away from it.
Sorry if the frame rate's low at home, guys, but
Supercruise approach can be tricky, Commander.
got a lot of stuff going on. This game is super brutal on the
At the
computer.
bottom left of your cockpit display. Once you're within 1,000 Ks from your target and going less than 1,000 kilometers per second, you should be safe to drop out.
How many light years it is? 130.
You'll be less likely to overshoot your mark. But if you do, you can always loop back around and try again.
Oh, that's awful. Awful, Craig. Sorry to hear that. This is a really good multiplayer game, guys. So if you haven't got it, get it and just come in. We might set up a wing or something, or whatever they call it in elite terms. It's so cool seeing like your buddies with you on this. You got all your ships. I mean, this is just the standard ships training, but you just end up customizing your own ships, buying ships, all the usual kind of stuff you used to get back up to in elite. Right, got to concentrate here. It's not like Frontier, where you've got the nav computer. You've still got to do stuff manually, or a certain amount of it manually anyway. Bottom right corner, you'll see that you've got the energy management system for your shields, weapons, and engines and stuff, and that's all a bit like, remember the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter games? So I'm going to go for a roll. Oh, so precise. So precise. That's 10-bit input, guys. Dr. A does not skimp on the bits. I've currently got this set for updating. It's updating the system 40 times per second. Originally I had it updating the system 130 times per second, and it was literally slowing down your PC. So I stopped doing it because it was literally too fast for PC to keep up with. That's how much data we were spitting out. So we've lowered the resolution of the data. I am using the Herman Munster chair. Hey Keith, well what I'm doing, just a little bit earlier today I made a joystick. So this is what we've got here, that's what I'm playing with. I don't know what's happening in the game, it seems to be doing something. Is it hung? I've hit J. Oh, there you go. Whoops. My mistake.
You made it. Be sure to request docking before you enter the station. Flight controllers take the jobs very seriously. Tend to get upset if you start trespassing. You still haven't requested that permission.
Is Ash there? Hey Ash. Ash, this is like my latest creation, my latest bit of electronic tinkering and software combined. I'm very proud of my achievement today. Right, so how do we do the contacts tab? Anybody know? Ah, here. Do we literally hit tab? No! Not tab. Oh, did you hear that? Whatever I hit on the keyboard, just put the ship into full bloody go. Full go. Right, let's try that again. Hitting F1. Sorry, hitting 1. So we see at the top it says contacts. I need to figure out how you scroll. Ah, that's E and Q for those of you at home. Request docking, please. Docking request denied? Why? Oh, because I'm not close enough. Please approach to 7,500 meters. So we're pretty close. Like now we can do it. Docking? Docking request? Granted.
You're clear for approach, Commander. Just don't forget to deploy your landing gear.
Right, so let's... Landing gear was insert, wasn't it?
You won't be putting that ship on the deck without your landing gear. I'd recommend you deploy it.
Landing gear deployed.
Be careful passing through the access corridor, Commander. And try to avoid head-on collisions with exiting ships. That cargo needs to get there in one piece.
Electron Edge, I was playing with it earlier. It's like this, it's got like 10 inputs. It's so fun, but it's not. I'm going to put way more. I need more. I want every single thing that you can do in this game in it. Why can't I go? I've not got much go in me here in this. I wonder. Oh, is it? They got this thing called mass locking, I think, in this game, where it does something to your engines. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I wonder if that is what's happening here because it's really slow. Right. At least this is where I get to try my new attitude controls. There we go. Yeah, I can't imagine playing this in VR. I don't think I'd be fussed about that. Right, let's see if our new attitude controls work okay. They do. I definitely need the left control to be replaced with one that snaps though. That's what I'm going to add. Might do that a little later. Just so I can get it to snap back where I need it. You can also put Xbox controller pads on this thing, so give yourself a bit of forward. Woohoo!
Good, you're in. You'll want to regulate your speed as you approach the landing pad. Oh, and pay attention to the docking assistance display. You'll need to make sure your ship is facing away from the entrance and that you're centered above the landing pad before you touch down. Remember, you can use your vertical and lateral thrust if you need to refine your movement.
Here we go. Here goes nothing. I wish I knew what the external keys were. It's awesome to go look at this on the outside. Ah, yeah. Oops, shit. A light touch is needed. A light touch is needed. A light touch. A light touch. Come on now. Come on, let's be fair. It's my first time for a while. Full stop. Full stop.
Hello, Spectrum haters.
Hey. I thought I was doing so well, and then I just crapped the bed totally now.
Dr. Armstrong, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm better than you.
Are you? In every way. Every way you are. In every way.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm I'm just getting to grips with this title. I played this game a lot. I don't know if you ever played it.
I have. I did put in the chat. I've got a hot ass controller, which I used on the PC for a while. But the game is so much more difficult with that.
Oh, with the hot ass. Yeah, because
Yeah,
there was a
yeah,
period when I was playing it with a hot ass, and then I started playing with an Xbox 360 controller, believe it or not, because it had more
yeah.
buttons.
I played it on PS4, and it was much easier to get into. It's so much more involved than on PC with a hot ass.
Really? What's the main difference then that causes that, do you think?
Oh, it's just so many more controls with the thrust and all those controllers.
Nice job. I might just be able to depend on you after all.
I need to
I'll be
adjust
calling on
the.
your services
Oh,
again,
so that's
I'm
something
sure.
else.
Till
Anybody
next time,
watching as
Commander.
well? The controls. I'll show you actually. It's probably easier. Where is my control interface? So these are the controls coming in off here, right? So when you see me wiggling the joysticks and everything, that's how they're being interpreted. So the software on my card here is transmitting a data stream to this, which is converting it to one of the joystick emulation formats. So Windows sees it as an actual joystick. So you could see there when I was going up and down, it was a bit not sort of glitchy, but it just went from 0 to 1,000,000 at once. Yeah, it was really tricky, and that was on this axis. See, RY, that's the one we're playing with, right? So it's going from 3568 to 12400, whatever, right? So that's this. So what you can do though is actually play with that curve so that it doesn't give you. So I think Elite Dangerous itself is applying its own acceleration curve, which is like spamming us. So we should probably try to find it in Elite Dangerous, but effectively we can reduce the curve. Yeah, we can change the linearity of the curve and maybe give ourselves a little bit more dead zone in the middle. Which might be good for the up and down, because actually the up and down's not, remember, it's not spring loaded right now, so we might want like just a little buffer for ourselves, because we got human error to play with in that. So I'm going to change that calibration and just, so it actually, it's unwinding itself as you get up. So let's try that. I'm going to just change that. So at any time we can just rechange those things. So Rob, were you were at some sort of ceremony today, weren't you?
Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, my kid's football presentation.
Oh, that's good. Did something good, did he?
Well, they all had their medals and things.
Oh, that's nice. So how many hours do you reckon you put into this then, when you were playing?
I played quite a lot. I played way more than I did on the PC.
So if I ever got like an Xbox One or something, you reckon I should have a go on that?
Yeah, it's easier to get into when you can play it for longer. So
I don't think they're ever going to make a Nintendo Switch version.
I wouldn't be surprised mine was Brabham.
It would be nice if they released all the old ones, really, wouldn't it? You know, like just
Yeah.
the regular elites. Right, so let's see how I do this. God, on PC it seems to need so much resources as well.
That's the thing. And you just want to take off from a space station. You've got to do so many pre-flight checks and all that.
So I'm going to try to select one here, Kafka Station. And what I don't know, what you don't realize as well, like people don't realize, is how massive this bloody world is in
Oh,
Elite.
it's enormous.
There'll be like missions on the other side, and your chances of reaching them are impossible. Lockdra Supercruise.
Frameshift drive charging.
So you can see the screen. There's not much going on right now, and even then, it's like being glitchy. Right, let's throttle up. Missed out 3. What's this? There's a lot of Is it rude to talk in the chat? Electron Ash's flapping trousers. Badung. This thing here, this joystick, it vibrates so pleasantly from side to side. It's quite weighted. It reminds me of a plumbus from Rick and Morty. There we go. Slow down, cowboy. Rob, quick question for you. Does the PlayStation 4 controller have like a touchpad on it or something? Go.
It has got a like one in the middle. It's like a big button, but it's also like a touchpad.
Does it? Do you like use it much in the games?
I don't think you did actually.
I'm trying to think. I think I've had things like the Ouya or something like that. One of those had that, and it was always a bit just annoying. The Steam thing, I think Steam controller has that as well. It doesn't have a button. It's got like a big touchpad area that clicks when you touch it.
Hmm.
They always try to reinvent it, but the best one was the GameCube, and then the Xbox 360 copied that, and that just stick to those.
Mhm.
Can you imagine how long it must take to like debug a game like this when they make it?
Testers to do that for them.
That's true. That's something I felt about this game actually. Even though it's massive and complicated, I always felt in so many ways it's also a very simple game, isn't it? It feels because you're taking ages to fly around and stuff. That makes it seem like it's bigger than it is. Safe, disengage, ready. I hit like the key about 400 times.
I played it for quite a while, and then I decided I wanted to name some planets after myself. So I sort of just started warping miles and miles and miles out of different planets and things, and discovering all these planets.
Oh really?
And then I spent sort of days and days getting back to a base where you could sort of upload the data, and had hardly anything for it, so there was no point. I gave up at that point then.
So are there planets named after you in the like game universe?
Yeah, there will be, but there's so many sort of millions or billions, and the likelihood of you finding them, I guess, is quite low.
Before I get any closer to this station, I've are my hard points out? I can't remember how you tell. Oh shit, they are now. I don't want to approach with guns blazing.
So you made this controller with your booby boards and things, is it?
Yeah, so I've retasked the boards. I've reprogrammed a brand new firmware I wrote that basically allows them to be used like this. No, 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 no.
You'll have a full cockpit soon.
I know. I definitely would like to add add the few things I want, but it's like now I want to retract my hard points. I don't know the key. If you just had a button that does it, it'd be so much more efficient, wouldn't it?
There is a button, but you probably just don't know it.
Yeah, well, there definitely is. Well, it's like, is it home?
Cargo scoop deployed.
Nope.
Cargo scoop retracted.
I tend to play a peaceful Elite Dangerous, so
Yeah, I
get
don't
involved
like
in the
it. I
combat.
don't like the combat too much.
Shields offline. Silent running. Thermal signature restored.
This is. Do you remember like how you used to play a game? You get a game and you wouldn't have the instructions and you just go through pushing every button.
Piracy, you mean?
Yeah, that might have been what it was called. What's that? I can hear it doing something. What the hell is it doing? It's like oh, it's my shield's coming back online. Yeah. I'm gonna go for no. I think H hard point. No, no hostiles in range. K, J. Uh oh.
Shields online.
I think that button I'm pushing, it's making a noise, but we've no idea what it is. But the sound effects in this game are nice. Did you find that when you were playing it?
Yeah,
I think it would be amazing with like a big, you know,
it's
massive telly.
it's quite chilled background music, isn't it? It gets
Like,
a bit samey.
I think I like Minecraft for that. You know, where you just sit and
The pianos.
chill. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to look in the.
Flight assist on.
All right, I gotta go to. You know what I feel like going to the controls, like hitting escape and going to controls is like giving in, isn't it? Come on, it's not even letting me. It's like no. All right, screw that. Let's just. I might. There we go. It got there. That's how much lag this game has got. I literally hit it and it just took ages. Might as well check the graphics settings. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I spotted a problem. Rob, you know when you're on the ultimate graphics modes, do you think you need to have your like crossfire connection plugged in between your graphics cards?
Well, my one graphics card.
Yeah, well, I've got more than one. You know, I've been really complaining on why my performance is so crap recently and stuff I'm doing. I think I've got them disconnected. I definitely have, yeah. Oh well. Um, shader as a preparation, quality high. Should we go? Should we just? I don't think we need high quality on here. I think I can go for low. Let's go medium then. Medium. You know, when you played this on the PlayStation, when you loaded the game, did it ever say something about preparing shaders and then takes 10 minutes to
No,
actually? Hmm.
they skipped that bit.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's a PC have to do that's so different? I can literally, I've selected it. It's like, go on, do it. There we go. Right. I'm just going to apply that. I think that should make the biggest difference, apart from resolution. 800 by 600, that will do. Ash, there was all these complications too, because I remember once I went, some of the cards have HDMI or DVI or various outputs, and if you use the wrong thing, there was different combinations would work and different combinations wouldn't, and that was particularly annoying. Go on, let's knock it down one resolution, because I can see like the mouse is ahead by about 3 seconds. Do you know what's weird though? As a kid though, we didn't have a concept of resolution, did we?
No.
Come on now.
You're playing your Atari 2600 with 10 pixels per screen.
So what's a resolution? If you're not going to do like 1920 by 1080, what's another sensible one? Is 1440 by 900? That sounds all right. I'm trying to remember if it's the same ratio. Vertical sync, refresh rate, frame limit.
The 1440 900 was the old 69
Oh,
resolution.
so it should look all right on the monitor. Yeah, but it's like I like the settings, but can I have it like full screen? Look at that. It's just lagging like hell. Right, anyway, I'm gonna do Alt Tab. Maybe that'll do something. Yeah, that doesn't do what you want it to do, basically. Sod it. Let's just do it again. Go back in, play the bloody game. But you see, this is not normal. Oh, so Ash says 1440 is like 3/4 of a res. It seems though you can set the resolution, but because we're running in a window, you can't capture it properly, so it sort of sucks. So we'll just do it. We'll go balls out again and just get on with it. Stupid thing. That's what we want. Come on, get on with it. Oh, it's not 16 by 9. Is 16 by 9 enough though, isn't it? I think there's something odd that we went to 16 by 9 because I think 4 by 3 was actually a really good format ultimately when you think about it.
I never understood why they just didn't do a square format, 4x4 or something.
Well, it's all based on the original sort of photography, like camera lenses and stuff. But 4 by 3 was deemed, I think, pretty much the ultimate compromise. Whereas widescreen isn't really how I kind of think we see in kind of widescreen, but I don't know. Right now, how do I turn off? What am I freaking want to turn off again? Turn off the guns. Turn off guns. Turn off guns. Landing it. Oh, it'd be in weapons. There's a weapons section. I saw that earlier. Weapons. Deploy hardpoint is you. Okay, right, now we're back in action. Thank God. This is what this game is like.
Was.
What's it like on the PlayStation though? Is it like
That's the thing that makes it easier to play to start with. You got your predefined buttons. It's not millions and millions of code.
Right.
I have played it on both. It's just much more involved on PC.
And if people play online, can they play PC players and console players? Are they all in the same world?
I don't think they can on Elite. But I think if I discovered a PS4 and had a planet named after me, that actually propagates to the PC version.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Right, so we retracted the hard points there.
So there's a Retro Man Cave live stream tomorrow. Are you going to tune in?
I might be. I'm pretty confident I'm traveling tomorrow though.
Okay.
But if I can catch it wherever I happen to be in the world.
Off to the US?
I am. I should really be packing my bag. I really wanted to try the stick out. And I'm glad I did. Oh, that dead zone's working nice now. That dead zone helps a lot. But I remember once, Rob, I made another different Elite controller. And further thrust up the vertical and maneuvering jets, they just had buttons. So I had a button that just fires up. Whereas this is like an adjustable one. I'm not sure the adjustable one. I suppose it does help. I think a really weak button that you just hold on to could also work. Hey, Costado! Right, let's request docking permission.
Castardo, long time no see.
Not since the last stream anyway, but maybe it was you, Rob, who wasn't on that.
I wasn't on the last stream. Last time I saw Castardo was in Manchester.
Oh, really?
We had an intimate meal with Andrew and myself in the underground burger bar. I think you'd already gone home.
Oh, to I'd like home.
Yeah, Mr. Dalton, in his wisdom, booked a train for 6:30.
Oh gosh, I remember that. You were telling me.
We were hanging around for hours with no one to speak to.
Can you see the screen, Rob?
Yeah.
Quick question: Is my docking platform, do you think, inside or on the station? How do I tell? It says landing pad.
I often struggled with that, to be honest.
Scan detected.
Look at that, it's like crawling.
You can see the letterbox.
Yeah, but sometimes that fools you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, it says no
You get
entry.
close, and it's like, no, it's miles away from here.
Yeah, and it goes, and your time's running out.
Oh,
No, I think we need to.
are you carrying drugs?
There it is. And
It was good, Castado.
oh, milkshake, nice.
Mm. It burgers and milkshake.
Sometimes I go back to try to play Frontier because I really like that, but it looks so shit now.
Electron Ash, you should join us in Blackpool in October.
He's not allowed. He's forbidden.
But that's the best one, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
the party atmosphere one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm really looking forward to that.
Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
Ah,
So when do you fly to the
Landing gear
US?
deployed.
tomorrow,
Okay.
noon.
A week.
Yeah. I was gonna
Half of me thinks, oh, I'm jealous. Yeah. And half of me thinks I remember the days when I was away from working. It's not great all the time, is it?
I think you need the right balance. I think it's nice. You have time away from your family and stuff, and your wife, and it's a time of reflection, isn't it?
Are we going to have regular updates on your food?
Shit. Yeah, probably. I think. I just realised something. I set the curves on this thing, I think, the wrong way. Because precision is something I don't have when I'm this close to a station. That's a problem for me. Fuck me. Pardon me. Pardon my French.
No, thank you.
Alright. Let's head on off for that. Jeez, this is the worst lap. Or it does move sensitively if you want it to. It is quite sensitive, but then it just seems to sometimes lurch into like full on. I wonder if it's the lag of the game is confusing me or something.
It's advanced a bit on the PS4 version. I bought the docking computer.
Oh really? What does that do?
And it starts playing the blooming
Blue Danube.
yeah, Blue Danube, and says basically it's good.
So that's a bit like the original, the original Frontier, because it had all this
Yeah.
MIDI music with it, didn't it?
Yeah. It saves you crashing into walls and stuff. Yeah.
I always thought in games like this it'd be cool if it went into like first-person mode and you could just get out your ship and walk around,
Yeah.
like Half-Life, fighting people.
I think EVE Online did that. After I stopped playing it, you could actually exit the ship when you get to stations.
Ah, there we go. Go on the internet now in the game. God, this brings me back. I think I resorted back to using like pen and paper to try to work out some routes and stuff that make sense. But I remember at the time you couldn't really figure out. It was when this game just really came out, like first came out. There wasn't really anything online to help you. I think now though you can put in the system name and it'll tell you like all the stats and stuff on it.
There's websites that have got masses of information there.
Mission board, that's what you want.
See, I started off doing that, going to mission board and taking all the little courier routes and things. You have to go like a couple of jumps to drop the stuff off. But it's such a grind, you know. You'd have to do so many missions just to get a few quid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I must have played it a bit because isn't the first ship or anything you're in? I've definitely
Yeah.
had a few ships in this one. Ash, what I just used, I've got like a hole cutter thing that I bought at a car boot sale once, which is like a Dremel knockoff, and I just do it all by hand. So I just did it all using that, like milled it by hand, and I'll show that. I did a video while I was doing it though. I wasn't stupid this time. I decided someone ought to see it. Courier job. How do I know what even cargo space I got on this bloody thing?
I think it grades it out or something if you haven't got enough.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah, look, see requirements not met, it says.
Mm.
Boom time, delivery of 2 units of explosives. Okay, so that sounds alright. 53,000 creds. Well, it's bloody jumping around every time I hit something. Right, let's go for that. Accept the mission. Oh, Vectrex controller, nice. Yeah, I like step drills. I did the the holes for the pots using a step drill because I'm too lazy to figure out what drill bit it is. But I think they could do some step drills that would have a much longer taper. That would be really useful. Right, I think I'm done. I've got my mission. Oh, Rob, if you do a mission, do you have to pick up the actual thing itself? Do you know it says like take something like hydrogen to somewhere else? When you accept the mission, do they already load the hydrogen in your ship, or do you have to go and buy it? Let's see. Custado, yeah, nice one. Cargo capacity 2 of 6. Oh, so explosives are what I'm couriering. So I might as well stock up if it's that good that they want to do it.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Joe.
There we go. I hope I bought some fuel. Don't remember buying fuel.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Let's see what we can see. Boom time. Convey the goods to the Atwater outpost post in the LP 52539 system. LP 52539. Custado, I think it takes, all sorts. It's like, yeah, I think, is it Universe Simulator? That's quite nice in VR. But I think this is kind of like that kind of game. It's not that, it's a different type of game, this, isn't it? For sure. Oh, how do we do stuff here? select it, yeah. How do I hyperdrive to it? Problem is bloody game. It's like in this different user interface now, you've lost certain keys. Pitch up, pitch down, yeehaw, haha, backwards. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of keys, but how do you... Does the mouse work? Oh, the mouse works in it, that's all. Oh, good. Right, so we got a few jumps to get there. Come on, stop messing around. Okay. I can't even remember how original Elite you used to do this stuff.
Cannot comply.
Still
Landing
math
gear
lock.
retracted.
Right, now we're not mass locked anymore.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, if I recall, when you do these jumps, you got to sort of you got to kind of come out of hyperspace, don't you, in each one or something? And that's where pirates can get you. Oh, I can sort of hear you, Rob, but not very well. Like a ghost.
2, 1.
I like the moans and groans of the ship as it travels.
Warning, temperature critical. Hull integrity compromised. Warning, taking heat damage.
That's what you want when you're carrying explosives, isn't it?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, good.
I
Helps if I
cooked.
put the microphone in front of my mouth.
I cooked myself.
I was saying Castardo said he's more of a gamer. This only since he played Bubble Bobble with me in Manchester.
So Costard's asking, by the way, Andrew, does your joystick interface still feature 10 analog inputs and 2 buttons? It does, but you can obviously make buttons out of the analog inputs if you want. That's up to you. It's not like mandatory. You can define what constitutes a button press from a value.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I've configured this joystick because I wanted to be an example of that exact configuration where I've got one button here, which is this left finger, you can see my wiggling, and another one on top of the joystick, so that's like my 2 buttons basically.
Ready to engage.
Oh, sugar. Get out of here. weird when it's doing that. You kind of feel like you're hot. It's got good effects. It's nice. Rob, it's a lot better than that Star Trek game, wasn't it, in VR? That didn't convey the same feeling.
It was a bit basic, wasn't it? That?
Compromised. Taking damage. Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
What the frig? Is this type of mission like this on purpose? There we go.
I love how you caress in your stick.
I know it's a very, I don't know, it's very tactile. As I say, it's more than, you know, like the other ones you're waggling them around, whereas this you're really like, you know, coaxing it.
You gotta be gentle.
You gotta be gentle with it. But it's responsive to your needs. There we go. We're doing it. Hey Bazza, go watch your Chernobyl.
Oh, Chernobyl.
Yeah, Electron
There's
Ash
only
it does have it. It has a yaw
I've
control.
been watching Chernobyl. There's only one episode left now.
I haven't seen any of that.
It's suddenly become the most watched, the highest rated episode ever on IMDb, but I wouldn't give it that personally. But
What, a show?
yeah, it's like a hard mini-series.
What, you remember this thing in this game, Rob? You've got that blue line. If I recall correctly, if you keep it within the blue line on your throttle, it's like a throttle computer kind of tries to keep it in that, isn't it?
Yeah, so you don't overshoot the
But sometimes it just
target.
freaks out and you will overshoot it.
You leave it a bit long and it goes mad.
Yeah. All right, that's just not me. I know why it does that though. I think that's definitely. I think it's like the scaling of the math when it's working stuff out. Because even in Frontier, Elite 2, it used to do similar stuff where it'd fly you through the middle of a planet or something and blow you up.
See, it's interesting. Electronash says about rewatching Chernobyl because he's interested in that stuff.
Hmm.
It's amazing how it was covered up. I remember it being on the news in the early 80s when it first happened, but not nowhere near as big story as it would be today.
Yeah, but that was all in the middle of the Cold War, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Well,
There's way more interesting things. I mean, Chernobyl was definitely one global thing, but there's loads of weird stuff that went on that only have been revealed recently as well.
it's mad how it was all covered up, and it could have destroyed the planet basically.
I'll have to watch it. I didn't know it could have destroyed the
Oh.
planet.
It was well worth a watch, to be honest.
Because I watch a lot of documentaries on it, so it would be nice to sort of now
Yeah.
tie it all in.
It's quite factually correct as well. It's good.
Actually, there's a period where I was really fascinated in nuclear disasters. If you Google like in YouTube and stuff, you'll find lots on it. Because I did it at university because I did safety critical systems, so it's all how like
Yeah.
these go wrong, and it's really unpredictable, isn't it? Because it's such a random set of stuff. A random set of unpredictable occurrences happening that make it happen.
Yeah.
God, this is far away. What was your longest flight then you ever had to do?
I used to do massive ones because I used to want to discover the planets in a system. You have to fly for 20 minutes to get to them, but then it would be named after me.
I remember one that I was doing and we just were pointing at it and just sort of walked off. You know what I mean? Like you go off and have a cup of
Go
tea and
forever.
dinner and come back and it's still
Yeah.
going. But you had to keep correcting it because it would always kind of drift off a bit.
Tiny bit.
But I think it's Sellafield was a really interesting one because,
Yeah, I think that was another covered up thing, wasn't it?
and what I really think is interesting in that, I think there's like some vents or something that needs to be opened that was like they jammed, to cool it down a bit. And I think it was like the chief engineer or the head of the program went and did it himself. Like these people just do it themselves. They know they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like or be fucked anyway.
It's interesting, Neil saying that the Russians encased the reactor in concrete.
Hmm.
They haven't done that in Fukushima. They're still pumping seawater into it, which is still on fire.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just these things are insane. You reminded me of one. I can't remember what was the thing. Like Electron Ash might know this. There was something where some scientists they were constructing this sort of thing which had two. It's like a sphere with a hollow in the middle of it, and it was the two halves of the sphere are made of like beryllium or whatever it was, and then there was some nuclear material in the middle, and if the sphere's closed on it, it would set off a reaction. So it's like, you know, these things were separated, but it was effectively, I think, separated by the screwdriver of like the chief engineer. You know, like imagine he had a screwdriver in that because it's just separating it by a few mil, and that stops the reaction. It just stops it going off or some shit like that. Is that what it is, Electron Ash? What was the story behind that? Wasn't it literally like that thing, like the screwdriver fell out? There was a massive like spike, massive flash. So he was standing next to it, and all of his colleagues were like, you know, the other end of the fucking around with some test tubes or something. They turn around, they see this like massive flash, and he's like, "Okay, I'm fucked then, aren't I?" You know what I mean? Like they know that, and that happens. That's like literally you're dead. And he died like 7 days later because he knew that what he'd been hit with. So
Electron Ash said, "Watch the movie Fat Man and Little Boy."
Okay, don't Google it though. And I think ionizing radiation, it's like a scary, fascinating thing. And again, I'd love to bring my radiation machine with me on the flight tomorrow, but I've just got so much other shit to carry. I hate carrying loads of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because you got to go through security. It's in America. You got to tip everything out.
Don't go taking your machines to America. You never come home.
Yeah, they'll say, "Why have you got this?"
Why do you have an X-ray scanning machine in your bag?
I just wanted to see how much radiation we're going to get on the flight. Yeah,
You
why?
did that last time, didn't you? Took your counter on the plane.
I wanted to, but I just forgot. And you've noticed, like this year, already halfway through the year. Normally, I'd be doing like 20 flights, 30 flights or something by now, but it's like been nothing. I have decided not to do it. Castado, I trying to do the TSA like global entry or TSA pre-check and all that, and it's such a nightmare. I gotta send some money and apply to the Home Office, who give me a code, then to apply to TSA, and I was just like, oh, I'll just go and answer the stupid questions. But I should do it. But Electron Ash, I mean, yeah, you could just like play with it. They wouldn't know what you're up to, would they? As long as you turn off the sound. Bloody hell, this is a long flight. How do you know where your fuel is? Oh, I got plenty of fuel.
You can cause mass hysteria with your Geiger counter ticking away on
And just go, oh my god! Do you know we're getting radiation?
Why is it so high?
Why is it so high? I'm maxing this out now. I'm like, screw you, blue line. This is definitely like when you don't go and make a cup of tea, though.
You should make a cup of tea for you.
Yeah. I think my wife's probably gone to bed now. So, there's no rush. No rush.
I thought my wife had gone to bed. I walked in the living room and there she was, playing some rubbish Android game.
Oh, really? Oh my word, this is like what it's about.
See, I couldn't be playing live stream Elite Dangerous when I was off to the US the next day.
Yeah, I should be packing my case and...
You're a hardened traveller.
It's weird. You get... I don't know if it's laziness or just familiarity. You just get really used to doing it, so you can pack it. You hardly need anything. I already chucked like a suit in my bag. There's a couple of shirts, do my running stuff. I'm gonna wear like jeans, pack a couple of t-shirts, wear a cause I normally just end up wearing, you know, like when I go to Blackpool or whatever, you know, I'm always wearing the same kind of clothes. That is kind of like my wardrobe. I've got loads of things that are very similar, that are the same.
No,
like
why
that.
not? Why not?
And what I normally do, it's only a short period this time, but I normally pack not that many like underclothes and stuff because I get quite used to doing my own, because you get a little rhythm. You got to like make your day, you know, you do your work, do your thing, got your downtime, wash your clothes, go to the gym, have some food. You know what I mean? You get quite a routine.
So how do you wash your clothes? I'm gonna call you out on this.
Okay, so sometimes the hotels have laundry, so that's an obvious one where you
Okay.
just go in and you put some coins. But I do it in the sink. I wash everything in the sink. I've washed shirts. I wash everything, and I figure out little ways of drying it. You get these tricks, you know, how you can dry it using the heating in the room. So I once
Just
flew from Detroit or Chicago to LA in a suit, and that's all I had with me. I didn't bring anything.
borrow an iron or something.
There's an iron and a board in the room. Got to the hotel at like midnight, took off everything, got pants, socks, shirt into the sink, bit of shampoo, washed them all down, rinsed them out, hung them up all on the coat hangers in front of the AC vent. It doesn't have to be hot, you see, it can be cold air, it just has to be flowing air. And then
Just to move.
by the morning, then wake up and then just iron the shirt, back on, off you go. And it's amazing. It's like really traveling light, literally like traveling with your wallet, passport and phone in your pocket, like a charge.
You've done this too much, haven't you? You know?
It's like getting on the bus, isn't it?
I couldn't do it without a full case, you know, just in case.
Something I forgot about traveling as well is that you kind of, it's like things you realize. So I always make sure I'm always wearing that sort of comfort clothing and stuff with like lycra in it, jeans and stuff, because in the plane you seem to expand and contract, you know, like your feet get fatter and stuff. They do, like your shoes get tight, so I just take off them right away. But when you go to put them on, you go, hang on, it's like they don't fit anymore, so don't wear anything
You told
tight.
me you slept the whole way.
Yeah, I do. And I'm thinking about that now actually, because we're minus 6 hours, so I've got to work on Monday, but I've got a whole Sunday to kill. You know, to be honest, I'm just probably going to be hanging out in the hotel.
Yeah.
So do I want to sleep the whole way, or do I just want to watch movies? Because it's, by the time I leave, it'll be the same as waking up in the US, because it'll be 7 a.m. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stay awake this trip, and then get into like US
So
time
what you
right
should
away.
do, instead of traveling business class, you should go economy and invite people like me along.
Just come along with me. That would be fun.
Yeah, come for a spin for a couple of hours.
I think I've only got 3 days of planned activities as a workshop, and then after that, I think I'll just drive up to Canada, because one of my colleagues is with a customer in Canada for the next, an overlapping period. So I might just go
I
up.
always
And
fancied Canada, to be fair.
it's nice. You can a
Nice
lot of
place.
places in the US you can just drive over.
Hmm.
I remember I went last time and I didn't even have the right paperwork, and they were like, "No, it's a bit naughty. You should really
Go on
do
then."
this, and this. Next time, make sure you do it." And I'm like, "All right." They go, "Go on then. Go on, you scamp.
Off you go.
Off you go. Get
Hello,
in here.
you.
Hello, you."
It's you again.
Canada's really cool. The weird thing about Canada is when you drive into there from Detroit or Chicago, wherever, you just go north, right, to Niagara.
Yeah.
And I think, is it Ottawa, Toronto? Toronto's near there, and then it's like vast. They're like, lots of the US are like that, where it's just vast nothingness. You're just driving and you're not seeing anything.
100-mile roads.
It's exactly like that, and and then you go to McDonald's and all that. It's like normal McDonald's, but then as you get towards like Montreal and that, it becomes more Frenchified. So they start selling like poutine and the more French things.
Okay.
But what's really weird is you think, wow, the other part of Canada I was just in was just like the US, you know, whereas they don't have this stuff. You wouldn't expect that, but I guess we do. Like, we don't serve you don't go to a restaurant and buy haggis, do you? Or
No.
whatever, you know. I can't buy Welsh cakes in here in Waitrose.
But
So
then
it makes
you
sense
can't
though.
buy haggis in McDonald's in Scotland either.
Probably, yeah. But you know what I mean? So yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? I don't know why I'm surprised about
Regional.
it.
Yeah.
Regional. And in Montreal, it's all really French. It's like being in France. They're like more French than the French, if you know what I mean.
Try too hard.
Well, not really. I think it's because it's a different culture, and it might be like a snapshot of an older French culture. Do you see what I mean? It's just a divergence. It's like as if we went to some sort of British island somewhere in the Caribbean or wherever we settled, and then everybody was like still having like high tea and stuff. You'd be like, what's all this? It's like they got their own tradition, but it's loosely based on some historical thing you shared.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. Am I getting near it? If the numbers aren't going down, what does that mean?
Is it still going?
Yeah, what does that mean? Because I'm in the hyperdrum thing, aren't
You're probably coasting at like the equivalent of 10 miles an hour.
I? It says I'm 1266C, 1267, 1268. I'm getting faster. Is that 1,272 times the speed of light? That's probably what that means, isn't it?
Dave Brabham is laughing at you.
He's saying you're doing it wrong. We've detected that you're using an unauthorized flight control device, and now we're like punishing you because they think you're trying to cheat the game. I think I probably could just go and I don't know, have a bath or something and come back. Did you
still be going?
Yeah, it definitely would be. Did you ever play games like Baldur's Gate and stuff like that, by the way? I used to quite like that sort of adventure. Now, I would turn the camera, guys, anybody watching in the stream still, to me, but my cat ripped down my green screen. I came in here, he's taken to sleeping in it, and sometimes he gets locked in the back office even because he's really like in it, deep. And I think he just he rolled it over a bit too much, made himself look like a sausage roll.
I called to Gary Pinkett's house while I was on holiday a couple of weeks ago. And he opened the cupboard, and his cat was sleeping in a box in the cupboard.
Oh, nice. Can a cat get out if it wants to?
I don't think it could have.
It's locked in there.
He's got 2 crazy dogs as well.
Oh, it's gone down to 2 days now. When it says 2 days, does that mean 2 days in like real life time?
So what you're saying is you could go to America back, you're still flying.
Well, I could just probably log in from a remote desktop and just like make sure it's pointing at it. This is impossible. Maybe we should do TeamViewer on here so people can just take over for a bit.
Back on the chat. We're still talking about nuclear disasters at the moment.
You guys love those nuclear disasters, don't you? Can't help yourself.
But you know, what the other viewers don't realise is that the next British nuclear disaster is going to be caused from your house.
Hello! I suppose you could see me out a bit. I sure.
Back office nuclear disaster.
There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit more of me than you normally see in the webcam. It's hard to adjust. There we go. You can see I'm just kicking back, guys. I could almost put on, you know, if we're in the front office now, I've got like a little TV. I could pop one here though. I've got about 2,000 TVs. People just keep donating TVs to me, and I just never say no. I love them.
Can't turn down a telly.
You know why though? It saved me so many times where like a computer won't work on one thing and it'll work on another one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They seem to have
And
trouble.
if all else fails, go to Pontypridd and get on the CRTs.
Get on the CRTs, yeah. We'll have to. Oh look, 1.9 days now. It's good. So Rob,
I think that's actually 1.9 days.
in real life days.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that if you had a targeting computer, because I'd set that and I'd say to Google to remind me, like, you know,
Remind me in 2 days to check my game.
1.8 days. God. I'm just gonna check the mission thing, because how long have you got to do it? You know, like you got to deliver this cargo in 2 hours. But are there different ships? Like, could you do this faster if you had a faster ship?
It doesn't matter, because now the topic conversation is chewing foil when you got fill-ins.
Oh no, horrible. I mean, if you chew foil without fillings, is it okay? That's the question. I think it's always horrible. I can't do it. I'm supposed to make this delivery in 23 hours.
Electronash, there's nothing worse than standing on a UK mains plug.
Our plugs
It
are built
beats
proper though, aren't they?
It beats even Lego. That is pain.
I don't think I can make my mission now. Oh, Rob, I'm a dickhead. You know why? How do we
You're not in warp.
No, how do we transfer more power to the bloody engines? That's what you're supposed to do. Do you remember? Hang on. I remember.
Are you like traveling at sort of impulse when you should be traveling at warp?
Well, it's because we still split in energy between some of our other systems, but we don't need shields and stuff, do we?
Oh no, you need to put full power to the engines.
Yeah, it's like that. That's how I remembered. It's probably like how I discovered it last time, sitting there like an idiot.
This is taking days.
This is taking days. I'm never going to make my mission.
What a pouring him.
So what would it be in then? They should have a search feature for this, so you could search for the option you want to change. Driving. Why are they calling it driving? Oh, because this is Horizons, where you can actually land on planets and drive around and stuff. Right, mode switches.
I quit the game before that feature came out.
Oh.
I'm doing
Yeah.
an Armstrong here. I'm cooking cheese as we speak.
Cooking cheese. Castada says that's Star Wars. Yeah, Castada, this is got this as well. That's why I remembered that from my X-Wing versus TIE Fighter days, but we've got to figure out how you bloody do it. Miscellaneous? Might be miscellaneous or flight miscellaneous. Let's see. Divert power to engines, up arrow. Divert power to weapons, right arrow. Oh, it's all the arrow keys. Got you.
It's just the arrows, yeah.
Well, like, yeah, like now that you know. Why
It's
didn't you
all
say
coming
that
back to
before?
me now.
Oh, right, after you read it off the screen. It's like my kids. I'm like one of those parents that when my kid says, yeah, that's what I really like that. That's my favorite. And I'll be like, you never had it before, though, have you? They'll be like, no, yeah, definitely. I remember. I'm like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Shouldn't I just go, yeah, whatever?
Whatever.
Why is it? It's gone even slower now. Oh, there we go. Now we're full.
Yeah.
My ship had
I have to
stopped,
say
by the way.
that no mission I ever did took longer than a couple of minutes.
Oh, really? Even when you were flying to the...
Yeah. You've obviously been ambling along.
I know. Bloody hell. That's fine.
Sealand still has a Microsoft Sidewinder force feedback.
Oh, I love the Sidewinder force feedback. It was definitely, that was my favourite joystick. And I used to play Combat Flight Simulator with it. It's like jugga, 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 jugga. And the really interesting thing about those is how they work. They don't have potentiometers in them. Oh, you know, I got a dismantle one, Rob. You'll literally wet your pants if you see how they're put together. Do you know what they have? Do you want to know?
Oh, go on then.
Right. So at the end of the stick, and I think I've got a little window in the bottom, so I'll try to demonstrate. So, oh, that's shit. That is so tiny. Let me make it bigger because we got loads of time to kill anyway.
The night is young.
The night is young. Right. So you can see me in here, just in my pink shirt. So you got like your joystick right right. So you know you're doing that, right? And normally there's a potentiometer here at the bottom that's doing stuff. So what they do in no Electron Ash, they don't. What they've got at the end of the joystick, when you look at it end on, is two LEDs like that, right? So when you're moving the joystick, the LEDs, I'm going to take my thumb out of the equation, are doing
You're
that.
moving the shaft.
When you're moving the shaft, it's doing this. And then when you adjust the yaw, see my fingers? Like a Wiimote, and it's sitting on top of a CCD. It's sitting on top of a CCD. And I think even the potentiometer for the speed might have had an LED that moves across the CCD. So they're like LEDs. So basically, they were using the technology, I think, from like, at the bottom of the mouse at the time for tracking, and that's what they were doing. I shit you not. I shit you not. Electron Ash says photocells. No, I don't think it's photocells. I think it's a proper, full-on CCD. So yeah, there you go. I'll shrink myself down again now, like a genie in the bottle. Full of knowledge. Have you seen Aladdin, Rob?
What, the original?
Electron Ash. It's literally it's a CCD, and it's the end of the stick has like 2 little LEDs. It's just tracking this thing, and it's such high precision, so it must be pretty damn good one. Does it have? It has like Will Smith in it or something, I heard.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new one.
I haven't seen it.
I don't think this is going to happen. It's still saying 1.8 days. No matter how much energy I divert. Do you think I'm supposed to push J or something to do a fucking light speed?
Are you in jump or what?
Frameshift drive charging.
I've never taken this long.
I
Don't
wasn't
tell
even.
me.
I didn't frame.
He was in cruise, wasn't he, rather than Netter?
Yeah, but it's not just me. It's all you mugged watching for like fucking half an hour.
I haven't been watching the screen.
Frame shift drive in game.
Oh no!
No mission longer than 2 minutes. Electron Ash, I swear it is. I promise you. And that's why I can't convert a Sidewinder force feedback to we can use. Right, how far are we?
About 3 seconds now, not 3 hours.
What are you saying you're not seeing no CCD? It has to be Microsoft Sidewinder Force Feedback Pro. That's what you want. Microsoft Sidewinder Force Feedback Pro. That's the joystick I'm talking about. Right, I think we got one more jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Good. What an idiot. That's just... But it's coming back to me, Rob, because I'm sure I've done that before. Like when you first start playing. It's like that's how thoroughly you forget this game.
It's like, why is this taking so long?
3, 2.
And Ash, maybe the Pro makes the difference. And I would love it. What is weird is I don't think I've seen that technology. I've pulled apart a few more modern joysticks, and they're back to the pots. So I think that was a real, state-of-the-art thing, and an expensive joystick. And all of the motors and solenoidy things were good. Yeah, press start to begin. Exactly, Craig. This was the equivalent of my kids at an arcade when there's no credits in the machine, and you're like, "Yeah, you're doing really good," because I don't want to give them a quid.
They play the attract screen.
Yeah, they don't. They do that till they're about 4 or something, and then they're not.
And say, hang on a second, I'm not actually controlling this shit.
What are you trying to pull here, Dad? How do you know when you're actually finally where you want to be? That was it. You see at the bottom corner it says Hutton Orbital Truckers Cooperative. I think I was part of a gang or something once. I think that's what they were called.
We need to play the space version of what's it?
Of what's it?
Terraria, the space version.
Oh, Starbound.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
I tell you what,
a time eater.
we are playing a lot of Terraria on Nintendo 3DS. I got that for my
Okay.
kids.
I
And
put a lot of time into that on PS3 and PS4.
really, I do the PC, but on because we play multiplayer on it, because you've got
Yeah.
your own little thing and you're all in the house. It's nice. Where am I supposed to be then? Oh, is that a bad guy? Am I getting attacked? I'm bloody confused here now. That's definitely a ship.
Elite Dangerous is not the best game to stream, to be fair.
Really? It's more of me like testing my joystick. I think I gotta like
Yeah.
focus. People want to
Playing
focus
with
on
your
that.
playing with your stick.
So, fondling it, I think you described that as fondling it, caressing it. Where's my bloody zoom control? Oh, here it is. Zoom, zoom. There we go. Once you're zoomed, you can do digital panning, can't you? There you go. Digital trip panning would be better. Save that. Right, what's this friggin' stupid mission? 'Cause I want to go to bed. I've got stuff to do tomorrow.
Look,
Although I'll
fly
have
to
like
the US.
10 hours of doing nothing. Got 10 hours of doing nothing to plan for. Here we go. So we want to be in the 52539. So I'm going to open up the galactic map. 525. When the map comes up though, it doesn't feel like it's in game. It drags you out of the game. It just don't
Yeah,
feel.
certainly like non-realistic all of a sudden, isn't it?
Oh, I think I must be here, Rob. Look, I'm here.
Hmm.
Linus Tech Tips. I could go see Linus Tech Tips, couldn't I, if I go up to Canada?
Oh,
I could just drive up.
they gave some hits.
Nah, I don't know.
So did you see we got the A500++ working?
Is it working?
Yeah, Chrissy's working.
So was there much needed to be done to get it to go?
There was 2 bodges,
Oh, that's
2 little tiny wires.
That's pretty good though, isn't it? Really?
It's not bad because there's thousands of connections.
Yeah, your potential for screwing up is massive,
Oh.
isn't it?
It is big, yeah. And it was literally 2 tiny little wires.
Do you know what I think though? I find though when I look at designs like that and the Atari ST PCBs, you can almost see like each group of people, like this is the power supply team or this is like the memory management team, because they've got a massive board and they put all their little bits in little corners of it. Do you see what I mean? There's like room to play with.
It is almost, I quite know it intimately now, to be fair. And it is like they've got you. This is your section of board. This is your section of board, and they've.
Or they all cut and paste it. Or they all cut and
big.
paste it in the corners and then join it up in the middle.
Yeah.
But nowadays you wouldn't get away with that because you'd have to make it so tiny. You know, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
You'd be like, nah, you got to fit it in a phone, mate.
Minuscule.
But I was showing Electron Ash some stuff, and Electron Ash helped me out with routing. He couldn't stand my routing, so he had to have a go at like
Needs to
rerouting
be
it.
manually done.
He's like, no, I can't look at that. But that was really fun. That's an Atari ST board. Costado might like one of those. It's an Atari ST board with 4 RAM slots or ROM slots really, and what you can do is obviously put on a diag ROM, but also we can obviously just load games or other stuff onto it. But now I understand how that interface works. There's loads of cool fudging I can do with software to build real-time clocks or access to the sort of Wi-Fi chips and things. And Ash, remember we were talking about that using like latches and stuff, because it's only it's a ROM, right? And it sort of basically feeds almost straight to the CPU. It's like a direct thing. And I think, was it, I don't know how many megabytes addressable. It might be 16 megabytes really if you work it out. I can't remember. But you can kind of fool it by, if you have a decoder that's decoding the address lines as a command, or writing to like these secret memory locations. And just have a protocol set up on it. But it's cool. Right, here we go. Let's do this delivery.
So what about when I was saying about, they got these easy flash Commodore 64 and stuff?
Easy what, sorry?
But the easy flash cartridges for Commodore 64,
Oh yeah.
they sort of hold one game or something. So why can't we have these cartridges that hold 100 games and have a selectable thing?
But you can, that's what we're talking to Ash about, because you could just put a flash memory on it, and you basically just adjusting which portion of the flash memory. It's like a GoTech.
That's what you need now for cartridges.
Yeah, that's exactly. You can have that, and it'd be easy to do.
I've not seen one though. They don't exist at the moment.
So when you yeah, Ash, it's somewhat it's like somewhat like abstracted from the main CPU, isn't it? Yeah, we could just do that. I'm going to be doing a lot more projects now. I've decided that it's like I do enjoy doing it. That's why, and I want to clear some of the stock of the old projects I've got, and just, let's get this into the blue. There we go, we're in the blue now. It seems way too fast leaving that in the blue, but we will. It looks like it's going to overshoot.
Yeah, I'm going past it.
You're going to overshoot. You're going to overshoot it. No, maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. How do I get out of this? Oh, J.
I want to meet Electron Ash. Has he come into Blackpool?
No, we'll have to convince him.
Knows his shit, it seems.
Electron Ash, though, I didn't remember though. Was it you were not software strong? Was that right? Can't remember. Everybody's got their weaknesses. Look at this jerking around.
He's gone down in my books. He likes the ST.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's bedtimes. Come on.
Not bedtime.
It's my telly watch.
Like
It's my YouTube
young.
watching time. You haven't even seen my weapon systems yet and how I've set them up on this thing. You've only seen me try to like disengage my hard points. I can't even remember the key that was now. Oh shit, I really don't. That's funny. Bloody hell. Was it H? J?
It was Y, wasn't it? Or U?
U. Maybe it was U. Come on then, disengage. It uses this when you disengage. I think it loads. So if your machine's crawling, it'll just stay in safe disengage for ages.
So how many STs have you got? Let's swap an ST for an Amiga.
Me, I got two.
Oh.
I'd swap one, but it's not worth
No,
it.
that's no deal. It's two STs for one Amiga.
But mine's pimped out.
Still.
I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't get rid of two. I want another ST. I want like 3 STs. I'd love. It's like BBC Micros. Like I think I got 5 sitting in here. I need all of them. That's it.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
Well, do you know it was funny? We got a little separate Discord channel for the Amiga 500 board,
Yeah.
and everyone's like buying all faulty ones.
They're like ruining the
become
market now.
Addicted to refurbishing A500 pluses.
But of course you have to refurbish those because they
Yeah.
have a shitty battery on them, which the ST don't. What does that battery even do on them?
It just keeps the real-time clock up to date.
Oh right.
That's it.
like
That
that
is
map.
all.
And it's like one of those things that you would give zero fucks about, right? Wouldn't you?
Who cares? Yeah.
I don't need to know the time.
You're supposed to be sending me that. What's that machine went up in smoke?
I don't remember.
You and Neil have got one that both give the magic smoke.
I'm trying to think. Come on, you got to give me more than that. Was it an 8-bit machine?
I can't. 8-bit, yeah.
Oh, TRS-80.
TRS-80, yeah. So you went a new board, didn't you?
Oh, I tell you what, if you could probably, like, if you could do a proper design, a proper CAD package, the rest of the world fucking knows.
Send it over.
We could probably actually redesign the TRS-80 thing to have all like modern components. So it'd be like a remastered TRS-80 as well.
Yeah, but let's start with the standard.
But it's not the motherboard that killed them though. That's a problem.
What's the problem with it?
I don't know. Something gets shagged on it, but I don't know if it's the board. And they're fairly standard components, I think.
See, that's the beauty of the Amiga 500. It's just the battery kills the tracks. The custom chips are still fine. You know?
Right, here we are. Are we close enough to request? Yeah, we're definitely close enough to request.
3 hours to dock.
Am I stopped enough? Sometimes you think you're stopped, but you're not. You're just slowly crashing into the ship. The space station.
New flight.
Come on then. Contacts. Contacts. It's actually quite a good keyboard interface on this. I never used it with keyboard before. Oh, you actually get to go inside on this one. Do 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 do. I like how it gives you 10 minutes to do it as well.
That's easy, isn't it?
Hang on a minute. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Is that where we're going? Sometimes though, I remember playing like Frontier and I'd accidentally like shoot my lasers. You know, when you're near, you'd be like, "Ah, oh, that's it now."
And the police come after you.
I thought that was a door a second ago. See, it says proceed to landing pad 2, but... It's definitely like a door. This could do with a 0 dead zone actually on this control that I'm using for the throttle, so that you don't got more gap between forwards and back. Got my headlights on at least. Maybe that's why it's gone slow, because I have the bloody headlights on. That's like rendering.
Read it back to the chat. Castada said, "The speed you fly and the pirates would have died of old age."
Come on. What's that one then? No entry. Where the f... This is the worst part of this game. Where the hell are we landing? Has it got to fly around it now?
I hate the stations that have like bars on the entrance. You sort of smash it into them.
Oh really? I kind of feel this would be a docking pad here. This definitely is a docking pad, but it's not my docking pad, I don't think. It's like trying to find a bloody parking space in Amsterdam. Sometimes some things can be too realistic. Oh, there it is, up there.
So when you go to B&Q on a weekend, does your wife fall asleep when you're looking for a parking space?
She might do, yeah. So that's 1 on the bottom and 2 on the top. So how many minutes left now? Run out of time. We're there. We're going. We're landing. Undercarriage. Why does my computer's not even talking to me anymore? Landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, there we go. That's how much lag. I'm going to blame any crashing or anything on the lag. Do 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 do. Bit more. Rob, I think this would be good on a train simulator. I've never tried a train simulator, but I can think this is the kind of stick you'd have for one.
I see those games, train simulator and stuff. Why would anyone sit there just driving a train?
Something to do in it. Alright, I need a bit of left roll. This is like 1 frame a second now.
Once again, you're deluded thinking that people are actually watching your game.
No, no, it's just, this is like just, I don't mind it. It's like being at a party and you're like doing your little thing. And they're all hanging out. That's all it is.
Everyone's at the party and you're on your phone.
You're on the PS4 in the corner. Right, a bit of roll. Yeah, I gotta fix those joystick controls of it. I suppose you're right though, if you've got the console version, you say like all the joystick, everything's just going to be perfect for every single console because they all use the same stuff.
It's all pre-configured and that. It's a good thing and a bad thing, I think. I mean, it was more engrossing when I played it with a hot S on the PC, but it was much more easily accessible on the PS4.
I know people who had all these weird things like tracking things on their heads and stuff. I don't know, they were getting like well into it. Can't be much left now. Am I too high? I can't even. Oh, is it because I'm facing the wrong way or something?
I never could get which way you're supposed to face.
Yeah, that's what I'm think's going on here.
You just spin around, yeah. I think it's right though, the arrow's the right way.
Yeah, I'm just not in the dot. Bloody hell, look at this. It's like literally... I think I could redraw the screen with a crayon quicker. No!
My dog is staring at me thinking there's some cheese and toast left. Not a chat.
This is terrible with this amount of lag. It's like impossible.
I thought you had a decent PC.
I don't know what's going on. There's something definitely... You know, that it's just not right. Like when I try to encode
Definitely
videos and stuff,
glitchy.
it takes a long time now. So I think it's like some new drivers or something. I got to uninstall and go back to some old driver or something.
It's the disadvantages of being PC Master Race.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Woo! That's what it's bloody sweet time. Right. Oh, that glitched and it went on to launch. I'm so glad I didn't hit return when it was like on launch again. What's the dust pack, Craig? What's that do? I'm pretty sure I didn't install that, whatever it was, but... Nice. I wonder if you play with your friends, if you all land in the same place, if you can see each other's ships parked. Oh crap! Yeah, my machine is probably full of dust. Does that make it run slower? Does it do anything if you do that? My machine, I can see it from here. It's got like a ring of dust on the fans. Look at this. You can actually see it drawing the screen elements.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
Right, so mission board, I guess.
They'll say, sorry, you took all night to get this mission done.
Why is it jumping over the... Every time I try to go on mission board, it seems to like skip it. Oh, there we go. Now I'll wait 10 minutes for it to load up the mission board. Right. Delivery location, this items. Please confirm the amount of items to deliver. Okay. What the hell is that? Can you see what's happened here?
No.
Huh? No. Oh shit, my camera fell off. Can you see, honestly, not see what's happened here? Look at the screen. It's telling me yeah, I Custado, I've a lot of people have asked me, and a lot of people have gone to him to get the Satan disc. I think he's like been overwhelmed right now with this. But look at what I've done. Honestly, anybody in the chat, can you tell me what the hell I've done? And I'll tell you what the hell I've done is literally waste the last like 40 minutes or however how long of my life. Because it says, look here, pick up location, Kafka installation. Items in depot, 2 of 2. Collected by you, 0. So I just. That was like forgetting your packed lunch. The weird thing is, I did fill up the hole with explosives, so maybe they're valuable in this sector anyway, so it's not like total loss. What were they going to give me though? Let's just check. What was the reward for that? It was like 50 grand or something, but let's see what I'll get now for my stupid thing. It says partial complete, it's not even. Oh, it's a partial. I actually drove there. Oh my god. So if you've not done anything, just fly around. And not only that, Craig, I spent half of that flying around at like walking pace. Right, let's see the commodities market. Oh, mouse is way better in this interface. That's nice. I could have just packed my socks. Come on now. So, why is it not doing something? So, Rob, do you think you want to do the ZX Spectrum next then?
Well, I got a broken one.
Those they should be easy to do.
Depends. It depends how fast you send me the thingy.
My
What was it?
broken one,
Yeah, not your Spectrum, the other one.
TRS-80.
Yeah, TRS-80.
I'll bring it with me somewhere. Why can't I select the commodities? Fucking hell, that was slow, wasn't it? Hang on, is this game still talking on the internet? It is, isn't it? This still relies on the internet. Ah, so I can't even sell my bloody thingy because I bought. It's like illegal.
It's the cloud, man.
How do you sell illegal stuff then? Oh, there we go. What does that mean? Active missions require this commodity. Total units needed 2.
That means you've gone to the wrong place.
What? Well, do you remember I bought extra? That's why I bought some extra. So I do have it in my cargo hold. This is weird as hell, this game. I'll keep 2 of them. If it won't freak out and just let me select 2. But Ash, what I did is I changed all the RAM in it. But it probably just blew them out right away with whatever's wrong with it. Is it saying I just made 347 credits? It's not even enough to like fuel your ship now. That was a waste of time. Balls. We could have been playing Jet Set Willy. Did you try that game yet, Rob? The VVVVVVVVV? The 6?
No, I didn't see that. VVVVV.
My kids have started playing that now because there's a really good 3DS port of it. I say port, it's just the same thing in it really these days. But it just works well on the handheld. Craig, we're talking about my original TRS-80, which is like the one from childhood. Yeah, look, Rob, even though I've got it, it's saying I can't like sell it 'cause it's not like, you know, the one that they earmarked for this mission. It's not their
You
exact.
got greedy and you went to the wrong place, man.
Yeah. No, I went to the right place. Look, it says delivery location, this station. I just didn't pick it up. Balls. So guys, can I go to bed now? I feel
Yeah, I'm going to bed myself.
I feel forlorn. I feel sad.
I'm actually...
But look, if you haven't, watch today's video later, tomorrow, whenever, on the Fisher Price radio. That thing's still working. I did that well over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. No, it wouldn't be 2 weeks. Do you remember that guy at a car boot sale?
Yeah.
but it's been working on that same battery since. The kids use it every night. So those modern batteries must be bloody good compared to the few, C cells. I don't. You could easily do the math though. What is 4 C cells versus a tablet battery? But seems good anyway. So night night everybody, and
Yeah. Never mind
Custado.
this game, and you need to be creating a Commodore 64 cartridge thing.
Don't you think the
Set up
Atari
the
needs some love though?
big card. It's up there with Spectrums and it. Burn them.
I'm kind of working on a business plan though, Rob. I think that might be more focused on that first.
Yeah. Don't get it on Atari.
Get the infrastructure ready. Hey, Christopher. Thanks for watching. Neil, Custado, Electron Ash, Craig,
See you all.
Rob.